Sup, y'all? It's your boy Platinum Maxwell, CEO of Platinum Travels. Actually, I'm Beyond Travels. Let me correct myself. The name has changed. But aka Chris Long, coming at you with the V-Blog Spot Report. Tonight, I would like you to smash the like and subscribe to my channel. And we're going to talk about a highly scrutinized genre of hip hop. Yes, that's right. We're gonna talk about the ladies, y'all. Let's get into it. Because there's 20 female MCs that impacted hip hop that I would like to discuss and give them their flowers and their props because you know they dominated the pop culture. So hip hop is celebrating coming up soon. It'll be its 52nd, I believe, anniversary because the 50th anniversary I can remember was in 2023, which seemed impossible when the genre was first criticized as just a fad, early on. So the hip hop has surpassed rock, and the most popular genre in America is now hip hop. And it continues to dominate pop culture, all right? But where would hip hop be without women? Let's answer that question for me. Can anyone answer that question for me? Because actually, it seems as though the men don't give them the props that they're deserved of when it was women that were shaking their ass and made those rappers popular, made those music songs popular, videos popular. It always had something to do with women. So looking at the successes of a rising female MC today, some artists stand out with some of the greats: Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Tierra Whack, Lotto, Rhapsody, Doechii, Lil Sims, just to name a few, and that's just the newer girls. Those are the newer girls. I'm gonna go with to name a few. Although these artists have their styles separately, one thing they have in common is how they stand on the shoulders of other women who came before them. All right? So let's look at some of the trailblazing women in hip hop who have helped shape the genre. All right? So we're gonna go one by one up to 20. Now I'm gonna go way back because I'm just doing my research. How about MC Shot Rock? I know y'all, some of y'all are kind of young. I'm 55, and y'all got to know this female shaped the game and brought it really hard and brought the funk out by the way she brought her style of rap and the influence that she helped quite a few other pioneers, on the male side, as in, Run DMC, well, she's an associate of MC Light. So when people think of when hip hop first started, they often mention the male rappers, who helped launch the genre. However, some women pioneered hip hop truly from the beginning. And there's no doubt about that. From the beginning, they pioneered hip hop. And I want to give the women their flowers. And this is me doing that. So smash the like, subscribe to my channel. So that's number one on the hit list of women in hip hop that have shaped the game. So, like Sugar Hill's Funky 4+1, Shy Rock was the girl from that group. Okay, so I know you would know this girl. Queen Latifah. How about that? She's a diva. and she's really hitting hard. She goes across the board from jazz to blues, hip hop. Queen Latifah is one of the earliest females figures in hip hop. Not only did she advocate for other female artists, but she also used her music to be the voice of the voiceless women, calling out issues that were affecting the lives of women, like beatings and things of that nature, disrespect. With her award-winning single "Unity," I know y'all know that. I know y'all know that song. She called out misogyny and abuse and domestic violence all across the board that were against women, and she stood by their side. And she was a dominant voice, who advocated for change and respect to women. So these women that I'm talking about and bring to you are the women that have carved their way into history, into a male-dominated type of atmosphere, and they stood out. They stood out. MC Light. MC Light was another one. I really like MC Light. Undoubtedly, she was one of the hip hop's pioneers. In '89, which was my graduation year from high school, she really brought it down. She brought down the house. She released her debut album, Light as a Rock. I know y'all all know it. Making her mark in history books as the first female solo MC. So yeah, she pioneered that. She pioneered that. You know, you can't, Missy Elliott, she is one. She's another one. And she brought the funk soul. She was actually like really, really, really gifted in the R&B field. And she decided to do rap. She thought that her body weight was a problem at first. So she really didn't fit in with singing. In what she believed, I believe she really was great as a singer, and she became a rapper, a really great rapper. Embarking on her rap career, she was mostly known as a songwriter and producer, actually, for other artists like Jodeci, Aaliyah, Total, Genuine, people of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's happening? What's going on, Dylan? Hey, Bo Bottom. Um, Lil Kim, that's one. That's moving on up. We are stepping into the '90s with women, and Lil Kim was a protege of the Notorious B.I.G. God rest his soul. It's my man. Uh, and now his mother just passed. God rest her soul. That's Mama Wallace. But she broke the mold about how female rappers had a certain image to uphold, because she was all about Gucci, glitz, and gold. You know what I'm saying? She brought it down to what I would say is a female rapper that she gave women. Okay, she gave women freedom and liberation. That's what she brought. But with slinky clothes, scantily clad, but she brought it raw. She was gangster with it. And so she really brought that energy that made women feel her. You know, so she fused high fashion within hip hop, I would say. Lauryn Hill, the sultry Lauryn Hill, that voice, it's undeniably a beautiful voice that she has, and she was also a great lyricist. She was part of the Fugees, part of the hip hop group, the Fugees. You know what I'm saying? She was the three. They were a monster group in hip hop, and she did her Neo Soul album right after she did the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which was a solo album, critically acclaimed. Topics of independence and love and motherhood, and then there's this music history in there. So Hill stayed booked for shows year round. She never stopped being booked. She was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lady. and a pioneer. You can't say she wasn't a pioneer. My personal favorite, because she's from Chicago, the Brat. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine Dupri's So Deaf female MC. The queen of rap. You know what I'm saying? The Brat got her big break when she won a rap contest sponsored by Yo MTV Raps. Yeah. So as the winner, she got to meet with hip hop duo Chris Cross, who introduced her to Jermaine Dupri. Isn't that something? The two little guys, two little dudes, jump, them. And she ended up with a debut album, Funkified, and the rest is history. She was platinum selling. She was a platinum selling album. The Brat is known for her hit songs like Give It To You and What You Like. Y'all know these songs. Y'all know this stuff. Y'all know this stuff, man. I'm leaving it to the ladies and shit. Oh, and God rest her soul, of the trio TLC, Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Yeah, Left Eye. She was all together on No Scrubs, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, and Waterfalls. But her lyrics, and she was a great lyricist, was undeniably dope. It brought the third expansion to the group TLC. So that's where we go with that one. With her, critically acclaimed, platinum selling. She's worked with artists like Donnell Jones, Tony Braxton, and NSYNC. So these girls really, really bring to the table. When y'all say what you bring to the table, look at these women. Salt and Pepper. Oh my God, Salt and Pepper. Oh my God, yeah. Salt, Shell James, and Pepper, Sandra, Denton, DJ Spender, Rella, Deidre Roper. When people hear my mic sounds nice, check one, the party just goes crazy. The party goes crazy, you know what I'm saying? They know hip hop. They know hip hop. They fill women with empowerment and great sexuality. They brought the dresses, the hairstyles. They really brought the sexy when they hit the stage. They brought the sexy. Peace up, blessings to Salt and Pepper, wherever y'all are. With songs like Push It and Shoot, What a Man, and Let's Talk About Sex. They really brought it. And kudos to them. Okay, Rough Rider chick. Let's go there. Let's go there with DMX and all them. On the Rough Riders squad, Eve. This is about 99, though. Eve came onto the scene with her debut album, Let There Be Eve, with the Rough Riders. She had dropped numerous hit singles like Who's That Girl, the Gwen Stefani assisted track, Let Me Blow Your Mind, all that. And she brought the visuals to the video. She brought the visuals, you know what I'm saying? So it really was a good thing to have her in the game. When it started getting really, really gangster and rough and raw, who do I bring up? The Lady of Rage. Yes, sir. The Lady of Rage will always be known as the rapper who rocks rough and tough with my Afro puffs. Hey! Yeah, but yeah, she may have been born in Virginia, but she had a sound that was very West Coast coded. She was coded in the West Coast. You ain't know nothing about no Virginia with that chick. You thought she was rough, rugged, and raw, straight from the Slauson swap meet. You know what I mean? But she was gritty, and I give her that. I love that chick. You can drop back. Let's drop back some. Let's go back in history, back into time with Roxanne Shante. This girl joined the hip-hop collective, the Juice Crew. When it comes to rap beefs and diss tracks, this was the queen mother, the godmother of diss tracks, because she wasn't afraid. She wasn't afraid to call out her ops in any song. It goes back to when she was a teenager. And she, the Juice Crew included acts like Marley Marl, Biz Markie, Big Daddy Kane, and Cool G Rap. But Shantae became popular when she released her song Roxanne's Revenge against the freestyle diss track against UTFO, Roxanne. They talked about it on there. She talked about them on the Revenge. And she kind of tore them down. And she never stopped tearing it down forever. Peace, my sister. I love Roxanne Shantae. Beautiful ass. Let's see. I'm all over the place because when I think about rap and I think about 20 females, I can't leave out Mia X. In '95, Master P signed Mia X as the first female rapper on No Limit Records. So, known to some as the mother of Southern rap, which she is, she helped usher in New Orleans bounce sound in hip hop, as do Fiend, her predecessor. You know what I'm saying? She's done songs with damn near everybody in the business. Master P, Silk the Shocker, Foxy Brown, Mystical, Snoop Dogg. Even Snoop was on No Limit before he went back to Death Row. She also ghost wrote for hella other artists. So in 2019, she took on the role of a professor teaching hip hop at Loyola University, and that's a fun fact. That's crazy. I would have never thought she would go to college on this, but she was smart. She's a smart girl. They bring it gritty, bring it back over to Miami with it. Trina, Miami native, self-proclaimed baddest bitch in the game, and the Diamond Princess, and we all believe it. We love it. We believe it. It's undeniable. She is the queen. Yep, Yo-Yo. That's another one on the West Coast. That she's a Compton native first off, so she got gritty. Got gritty in her. She all the way West Coast. With the track with Ice Cube, You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo. Oh, and then It's a Man's World with Ice Cube. She definitely brought the funk, and she got rid of that misogynist attitude that the male hip-hop dominated game would bring to her face. So she's easily one of the female MCs that helped move women forward. Move women forward. There's not much you can say about Yo-Yo because she's undeniably embraced in her femininity. She's all the way a woman. So let's head over to New York right quick. When I come from, Brooklyn. Yeah. I'm tripping. Remy Ma from the Bronx. She's a Bronx native woman. Brought the gritty, tough, gangster. Got her first break when she appeared on Big Pun's Southpaw album, Yeah Baby. Not too long after that, Fat Joe signed Remy to his label. She became a member of the hip-hop group Terror Squad, I believe it was, yeah, with Fat Joe over there. Joey Crack, my man. Yep. Made singles like Lean Back and Conceited and Whatever and all that other stuff. Grammy nominated. How can you deny a woman that can do such a thing like that? She's gritty. She's grimy. She's gangster. And you can't mention Lil' Kim without mentioning Foxy Brown. That's just it. Foxy Brown is another lady out of New York. I mean, Remy Ma. You can't mention Remy Ma without mentioning Foxy Brown. That's who I meant. Oh, Lil' Kim too, but I was just speaking on Remy Ma, so yeah. But she got a big break after winning a talent contest. a production team called the Trackmasters. You know, they were in attendance that day, and they invited Brown to rap on LL Cool J's song, I Shot Ya. And history was made. History was made. And that's it. That's it on her. I just wanted you to know that. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo. Gangsta Boo, in the early 90s, Gangsta Boo helped put Memphis on the map as a hip-hop hub. Thanks to being a member of 3-6 Mafia in 98. Excuse me. Got a little gas. Excuse me. In 98. So, rest in peace, Gangsta. Nicki Minaj, that's another one. She's still bringing it hard to this day. And you know she got hella singles, hella hits that I can't even decide on which one is the best. So, you know, by the time Nicki Minaj dropped her 2010 debut album, Pink Friday, the lane for women in hip-hop was wide open. And there's no denying that. Raw Digger, another one. And this is Busta Rhymes' homie. You know, she performed at a lounge, and Q-Tip introduced her to Busta Rhymes, who signed her to his Flip Mode Squad label, Imprint. So she's done lots of work. She's done lots of work. So that is the 20 females spot report from me, your boy, Platinum Maxwell, coming at you raw, giving you nice hip-hop news. The V-Blog Spot Report. Peace out, y'all. Make sure y'all smash the like. Oh, and subscribe to the channel. You know how it is.